Hi everyone, Summer here with AstariaSen, and I wanted to do a mini review, look at a book that I had picked up from a fairy channeler. It is the Fairies Guide to Being Human. I looked it up for Kindle. I got it on my Kindle. And it's by Elizabeth. I don't know how to pronounce her name, so bear with me. It's Saenz. And I will leave a link to this book down in the description if you would like to go check it out. But it's got really cute art in it for each chapter. It's got some really cute art. There's an artist and an author, so there's two different people. The illustrations are by Catherine, I think Nutt, N-U-T-T. So hopefully I said those right because they're down here. So hopefully that's what they're supposed to be. It is 82 pages long. And the book, the back of the book basically, or the description of the book is, in these times we live in, many are getting called to connect deeper with magic. What if we told you that magic was inside you? The Fairies Guide to Being Human is a self-help guide to connect deeper with your magical self. This book weaves channelings from the fairies, autobiographic stories from Elizabeth, as well as ways to apply these teachings to your life. Journey to the magical center of your being and connect deeper to the fairies. So, it's about a 1-hour read, give or take. Elizabeth is a Reiki master. She's a teacher, a practitioner, ordained minister, and considers herself a fairy channeler. So basically inside the book, I'll tell you just like a rundown. She has the chapters. So the chapter usually has some kind of story or something that she has experienced, as well as a message that's in italics from the Fae telling you, things like how they view the humans, kind of, and how they encourage human to view themselves and to find magic and many, many things, even if they think it's very mundane. But there's lots of little like messages like that throughout the book, some of them longer than others. And then there's also, at the very end of most chapters, there is a, what is it called? An action step. Here, I'll just show you here. So here you have the fairy message, which is right here, okay, and it's in italics. And then down here you get like an action step. The one at the end of, I do believe this is chapter 1, it says, question everything today. Question why you have the routines you do. What would happen if you drove another way to work? Question all your relationships. Why do you have the people in your life that you do? Are you tending to the ones that bring you the most joy, or are you reacting to the squeakiest wheel? So, for the most part, I really enjoyed reading this book. The one thing that bothered me, because, I don't know, maybe it's just because I used to be an editor or something like that, I don't know. But the formatting, like some of the formatting, like down here, it finishes the sentence down right underneath it. Like it's spaced wrong there. And then there's just little things like that usually. So the formatting for me is a little awkward in some places. Which it didn't make it hard to read. I mean, this book is an easy read. It's super easy to read, and I think that's just my quirk because I was an editor. But I do like the art in it. I mean, it's got beautiful artwork, very, very pretty stuff at the beginning of each chapter, sometimes in the middle of the chapter, like this is a fairy message. And isn't that cute? How adorable is that? So for me, this book was worth getting for sure, because I enjoy connecting with the Fae. As far as ideas on connecting with the Fae or anything like that, like there's not lists of ideas like you see in some books. And she touches on some lore, but not specifically. Like she doesn't go into giant detail of lore from Ireland or the UK or anything like that. She does touch on some of it. One of my favorites in here, oh my gosh, I just saw this one. Check out this picture. Oh my gosh, isn't that cute? Holy cow. Yeah, I like that. But one of them in here, like she's got, I just love the pictures. Sorry, I just love the pictures. Okay. Sorry, I gotta find where the story is because, yeah, my brain. my brain. She does talk about mermaids and stuff like that. So it's not just fairies. It's like kind of it talks about many different fae, because fae is the umbrella term, and she does point some of that out as well. Let's see. There's a little story in here. Oh gosh. And I love the title of this chapter, How to Be a Successful Human. Or what is a successful human? Sorry. Oh my gosh. And it talks about your feelings, your self-confidence and stuff like that. The book made me smile. It gave me a happy feeling. And it's not the normal kind of books that I read. I usually read very lore specific books, or, you know, like the little kid books even that have Tinkerbell in it. Of course, you know, grandbaby, you know, why wouldn't I read that to her, right? But it made me smile in the experiences that Elizabeth had, and the way that she went about some of those experiences and how she portrays them on the page. But for the most part, it's a quick read. It's an easy read. It's a fun read. For me, it was fun anyways. If you're looking for something really deep and like really in-depth, that's not this book. It's not an in-depth book. It has more to do with experience than it has to do with lore and trying to decide what this fae means, or what that fae means, or what this folklore meant with this thing. It's not quite like that. So, but like I said, she does have a couple of stories in here, and I'm not finding the one that I want to find, which is super, super unfortunate. It's one of the downsides to getting an ebook, actually. Oh, hey, this is something that I did like. Because I just finished this. This is one of the fairy messages that I did like. It says, a block of wood is often used as a metaphor for something or someone that has no purpose. It is flat, dull, boring, and useless. When you shift your perspective, you can see potential. A block of wood can have many uses and become many things. It is a doorstop, a building block, a toy, a step, a table, or a great piece of exercise equipment. If you take a knife or a carving tool to that block, it can be so much more. It is a spoon, a plate, a bowl, a cup, carrying much needed nourishment to someone. It's a piece of art, a toy, a statue, or a game, being the focus of enrichment and joy for someone. It is a hammer, a pin, a joint, a shelf, a wedge, being a much needed tool for someone. If you feel like you are useless, helpless, stuck, unmoving, dull, or boring, you need to shift your perspective. That is one of the things that I really did like in this book. So there's some really cool messages in here that you know, I did enjoy. Lots of cool messages that I did enjoy. I really want to find that story for you guys because it was just super cute. But maybe you'll just have to read the story to find out about it. However, one of the things that I am going to be doing is she talked about some Incan fairies, some Mayan fairies, and another set of fairies. I wrote them down right here so that I would remember. But I'm going to look them up, and pretty much any time I run into fairies that I'm not familiar with and I have to look them up, I consider the read a complete win because I'm learning something new and I'm experiencing something new, and there's something more out there for me, and I really enjoy the knowledge of that completely. So yeah, so get this book if you're interested in seeing some more fairy stuff. Not the kind of lore that you would normally see, but not Tinkerbell either. And it has a little bit more of ways of connecting, but not in a list way. And just like an experience of the author that really helped her connect to the fairies, and the fairies led her on a very specific path, which I found very, very interesting. So yeah, so this was 4 stars for me. That's what I put on my review for Amazon. So yeah, you guys have a very great day.